So our next open mic reader is Jayme. Jayme? Who is looking very, very cute.
It's a tough act to follow. Gonna hopefully do some funny poems for you guys though. This is a 1-minute poem that I'm working on. In January, the Poetry Slam puts on a 1, 2, 3 poetry slam where you do 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute poems. And I really want to win, so I'm going to test this poem out on you guys, see what you think. It's called 11 Actual Craigslist Ads I May or May Not Have Made. 1. Leninist girl looking for another woman to create a shared ownership of each other's bodies. 2. Looking to have a mutual distribution of sexual activity based on need. 3. Looking for a girl to overthrow capitalism and my pull-out couch with. 4. Vanguard party at my house, BYOBL, bring your own Bolshevist literature. 5. Let's slip out of our clothes like Matryoshka dolls. 6. Capitalism got you down? Try a communist girl. 7. Manifesto writing workshop in my pants. 8. Can't spell revolution without LOVE. 9. Call my passion Rasputin cause it just won't die. 10. Feel oppressed by the bourgeoisie? Proletariat at me on Twitter. Hashtag working class sass. 11. Marxist theory and chill. My second poem I did at the Grand Theater last year for like a little Christmas poetry reading, and there were a lot of children in the audience, and I think like after I finished the poem it was just kind of silent because I think I ruined all of their takes on Santa Claus. So this is called The Christmas Mistress. I am writing to you in admiration and with my sincerest apologies. Dear Mrs. Claus, I am old St. Nick's mistress, and I am deeply sorry that you've been married to that jerk for centuries, but I'm not afraid to admit it, the old fart wooed me in the beginning. I'm sure you recall the same old trap, a rotund, hairy devil with a great crimson sack holding anything to your heart's desire, a solid job at the head of the food chain, and a pretty cool ride. He seemed to me like the sweetest sugar daddy a lady could find. I see a motivation for marriage, I suppose. A kept wife in a cozy, secluded home, along with some solid benefits such as immortality and kids that you could care for without actually being responsible for, and so much more. As I said before, I fell for it too, but let's just take a moment to consider the great Father Christmas from another point of view. If you thought St. Peter was cruel, standing at the pearly gates on Judgment Day, just remember old Santa Claus who does that annually to our children. And if I could get a simple 3 words in, ho, ho, ho. I know you're aware I'm not the only mistress he's got out there. Apparently Mommy is spotted kissing Santa Claus on a regular basis. He's got elves and reindeer all doing slave labor. Whether it's one night or 364 nights a year, I'd call him the sweatshop king if he even bothered to turn on the heating. Though, in general, I hold nothing against those diagnosed with diabetes, but this guy has got to be the spokesman for the worst management of his diet. Munching cookies at 7 billion houses, I imagine he'd be the culprit if there were a shortage of penicillin. I'd say it's time we stop this tyrant, you and I. The great team who took down the North Pole's Heisenberg. We've enough evidence together for the greatest divorce trial scandal that will put every crooked politician to shame, hand in hand. You and I will take hold of this empire, which I believe you more than deserve after centuries of work. A woman like you needs someone who can counter her, but cherish her too. What do you say? Do we have a deal? Can you let me make it up to you and give you a real Christmas miracle? Oh dear soon-to-be Mrs. X Claus, I'll be waiting your response. Sincerely, your mistress.
Thank you, Jayme. So listen, on that note, what's your favorite Christmas movie, guys?
10 Commandments.
Okay, 10 Commandments. Do I hear?
Black Christmas.
What?
Black Christmas.
Okay. Come on.
Miracle on 34th
Miracle, okay.
Christmas Story.
What?
Christmas Story.
Christmas Story.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
The
Grinch Stole Christmas.
The Grinch. What about Love Actually?
Yeah.
Yay, okay. What about Elf? Remember Elf? Remember that crazy guy in the yellow tights? Okay.
Home Alone.
What?
Home Alone.
Home Alone. Okay, so Jayme, thank you for making us think about the absurdity and craziness of this season.